Tipping off the dime, it's a Sweet 16 for the defending champs in La La Land. Superman soars as the Magic make the Hawks totally disappear in Game 1. It's all about the King's elbow for the Cavs as the James gang heads to Beantown all even. It's time for the dime.
Van Gundy, after taking 8 days off, you're pretty happy with how your team has played also.
Oh, Dwight Howard with the throwdown. The back down and then the throwdown.
That's like playing Nerf ball with your kids.
And welcome to the Daily Dime. I'm Jim Basquall. Ahead in the show, someone needs to remind the Hawks that the conference semis have begun and no panic in Cleveland, at least not yet. But first up, the defending champs seem to have all the answers for Utah in Tinseltown. Kobe and the Lake Show in search of their 16th straight win over the Jazz at the Staples Center. That's the backdrop for Game 2, with Andrei Kirilenko still a no-show for the Jazz, while L.A. had big man Andrew Bynum in search of a Sweet 16. Here's Phil Jackson, 45-0 in playoff series after taking Game 1. The Lakers did just that in this series. Andrei Kirilenko in street clothes, second quarter. Kobe draws the double team, finds Jordan Farmore, and he's doing it from deep. Lakers up 7. Kobe then a giver for Shannon Brown, who does it off the window. Then Kobe finds Lamar Odom on the cut. 7 assists in the first half for Kobe Bryant. Later in the second quarter, he gets a steal, finds Shannon Brown, who gives it back, and Kobe lays with the left hand. On the other end, it's Carlos Boozer with the quick shot, but he's off the mark. The Lakers have a run out, and it's Bryant with the cherry pick on the finish. Lakers up at the break at 58-46. Third quarter, he begins to get offensive. Kobe fading away on this hang and hit over Paul Millsap. Lakers up 15. Then the rookie Wesley Matthews isolates on Kobe, who swats him. One of 13 LA blocks. It's Shannon Brown who takes it on the other end and throws it down. Lakers up 11. Final seconds of the third. He isolates Matthews, and Kobe gets the pump fake, and then this goes down. 13 of his 30 points come in the third quarter. But the Jazz fight back within a half dozen. That's C.J. Miles getting the roll, and Utah suddenly within 4. But Kobe had the answers as he's fallen away, and this one again goes down. They get a combined 39 points and 29 rebounds from Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum, and Jack is liking what he sees because his Lakers are up 2-0.
How collected we were tonight, but somehow or other we managed to win that game despite 20 turnovers. They were very aggressive attacking the ball tonight. I don't think we're ready for their charge that they started the game with, and I think they stayed the aggressor for most of the game.
I thought we'd have a chance if we could stay after it, and we did have a chance, but they blocked about 3 shots, I think, as we came down the stretch. And then Kobe makes that big three with 7. They had the ball out of bounds, 7 seconds on the clock. That pretty well did us in.
We can always get better. We strive for perfection. We're 2-0. You know, we have room for improvement. We know what it's like to play on the road. You know, play in Utah to be tough. And, you know, if we're not, we better get there.
Phil Jackson with the 35th 2-0 lead in a playoff series. That's the most in league history. Not good news for the Jazz, as Jackson's teams have closed out each of the previous 34 series in which they went up 2-0. Stan Van Gundy's team back on the court for the first time in 8 days, getting the Atlanta Hawks. It's Game 1. Picking up second quarter, Josh Smith goes to double Dwight Howard, but Howard spins baseline past Jaja Pachulia on this send home. The big fella doing it in the high percentage variety. That's worth another look. Later, Howard gets to the baseline again. Joe Johnson doesn't double right away. Howard right past Al Horford, another send home. He had 8 of his 10 shots. You can see why Orlando was up 8. Next touch, Howard in the post again. Johnson doubles right away, leaves J.J. Redick open. He finds Michael Petrus, who's doing it from deep. Magic's lead at 11. Ensuing Hawks touch, Josh Smith is swallowed up by Superman. It leads to a run out. Jason Williams serving it up for Michael Petrus on the other end as part of a 17-0 run for Orlando. Howard, 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocked shots in the opening half. Third quarter, Jameer Nelson working the pick and roll. And guess who he's serving it up for? Look at the extension from Howard on that send-home. He scored 21 points. Then Howard is the giver as he'll find the cutter, which is Vince Carter. VC gave him 20. This game was a mismatch. Orlando runs roughshod on Atlanta, winning by 43 in Game 1.
We competed. We came out ready to play, like you said, but we had nothing the rest of the way, and we just got to go back and regroup. I mean, you can go down the stat sheet where we just couldn't make shots. It was an ugly game for us.
These guys are focused and are in tune with what we're trying to accomplish and what needs to be done each and every time we're on the floor. So I think it was a great win for us, but we still know we have work to do.
Orlando now 5-0 this postseason, outscoring their opponents by 16 points per tip. They're doing it on the defensive end with a huge advantage in blocks. And on offense, they're bombing away from beyond the arc. They've made 54 shots from three-point range.